Let's talk about culture. We often think of it as this organic, shared thing that just happens. But what if it's not? What if culture is really just a reflection of incentives? Think about it. Popular culture doesn't just show us what's happening, it reinforces it. It sets the rules of the game. Look at how relationships are portrayed today. Marriage is often framed as a cage, something restrictive that holds you back. Commitment, that's seen as a huge risk, a gamble you're probably going to lose. And independence, total self-reliance, is held up as the ultimate goal, the superior way to live. What do these messages do? They normalize avoidance. It's not about outright hating marriage or rebelling against the idea of family. It's much more subtle. It's about adapting to a world where those things seem impractical or even dangerous. We're taught to adapt to a system that disincentivizes long-term connection, and this isn't a new phenomenon. Culture has always followed economics. The stories we tell ourselves, the values we hold dear, they almost always track back to the economic realities of the time. Now, let's look at this through a historical lens. In the past, when systems wanted to control population growth, the methods were brutal and direct. We're talking about forced sterilization, selective breeding programs, and overt discrimination against certain groups. These methods were horrifying, and thankfully they failed morally. But they also failed socially. People resisted. The human spirit pushed back against such blatant oppression. Modern systems learned a crucial lesson from that failure. You don't need to use brute force when you can use subtle pressure. The iron fist was replaced by the invisible hand of social and economic incentives. The outcomes, however, ended up being surprisingly similar. Birth rates decline, families become more fragmented and less stable, and a population that is more isolated and disconnected is a population with lower resistance to systemic control. The pressure works, just more quietly. So, this brings us to a final, crucial question. One you should really ask yourself. If you see major shifts in population outcomes, things like fewer marriages, fewer children, more isolation, and these changes happen without any direct orders, without any violence, and without any new laws being passed, what are you actually looking at? Is that genuine freedom, where millions of people are independently choosing a new way of life, or is it a form of management? A sophisticated system designed to guide behavior towards a specific, desired outcome, all while making you believe it was your choice all along? Freedom or management? The line can be blurrier than we think. This channel is dedicated to studying systems, not just repeating slogans. We dig into the mechanics of how our world works. If you find these questions as fascinating and important as I do, subscribe to The Incomplete Past, because history doesn't repeat loudly, with canons and declarations. It repeats efficiently, quietly, in the patterns we often fail to see. Thanks for watching.